Latest news which is coming in at this point in time, and the latest bit of information that we are getting right now is about the Hizbul terrorists. This is a big revelation that has been made by Hizbul terrorist Javed Mattoo in the interrogation with the Delhi Police Special Cell. Now, according to Delhi Police Special Cell sources, it has been revealed that Mattoo was in touch with handlers from Pakistan. Sources further tell CNN News 18 that Mattoo was shifted from Pakistan to Nepal's Pokhran by Pakistan's ISI with the intention to carry out an attack on the Indian soil. Anshul with us on the broadcast to give us more details about this story which is developing right now. Anshul, give us more details, please.
Yes, Javed Mattoo, remember, was the last A++ terrorist that was finally arrested by the Delhi Police Special Cell, and in the interrogation that has been carried out by them, several revelations have been made by the dreaded terrorist. According to sources, what they have told CNN News 18 at this point in time is that he was actually planning to carry out a massive attack on January 26th in the state of Jammu and Kashmir, and in fact he was in constant touch with two handlers from Pakistan, and he was in touch with them through the Signal app, and there were specific instructions given to him by these handlers who were of the Hizbul Mujahideen as to how can they go ahead and carry out these attacks in Jammu and Kashmir. There were constant planning, and the logistical support was also being provided to him. Not only this, but Javed Mattoo, remember, he was the last incident that came to the fore of Javed Mattoo was in the year 2012, and since then he was aloof from the hands of security agencies of the country. Now, he was specifically shifted from Pakistan to Nepal's Pokhran with the intention to carry out this attack out here in India, and especially in the state of Jammu and Kashmir. But yes, since he has been arrested, there are more revelations that have been made at this point in time. So yes, it remains to be seen if at all the other people who were a part of this plan, if the Delhi police or the security agencies could get their hands on them and make sure that this entire nexus that had developed out here on the ground with the help of locals as well, that could be curbed at the earliest, so that such security threats could be met with a very, very hard hand.
A Hizbul terrorist who had a 10 lakh bounty, Javed Mattoo, those revelations coming in, as my colleague Anshul is pointing out. Anshul, let's just go back to the 5 Ws and 1 H about the case, the circumstances in which the arrests were made, and what exactly is the larger conspiracy that the Delhi Police Special Cell is probing. Once again, for our viewers, put that into perspective.
Yes, this arrest that was made by the Delhi Police Special Cell was made on specific inputs and leads that were given to them. There are several cases that have been registered against Mattoo. In fact, he was able to flee from an encounter that was happening in Jammu and Kashmir, and due to that, he had developed an injury in his leg. And since that, over the last 10 years, he was aloof from the security agencies, and there were specific inputs that Delhi Police Special Cell had got, and that is the reason why he was finally taken into custody. Now, there are several cases that have been registered against him, including firing on police officials and police stations with RPGs and AK-47 as well. Now, finally, when he was taken into custody, the Delhi Police Special Cell made sure that they get the custody from the courts, and in the investigation that has followed up, all these revelations have come to the fore, where how the Pakistan's ISI had placed him in Nepal's Pokhran initially, and then he was supposed to travel to India, before which the special cell got its hands on him and made sure that he is arrested and brought back to the country.
Anshul, please stay with us on the broadcast. We're also getting experts joining us here on CNN News 18. We have Mr. Arvind Jain, who is the former DGP of UP, joining us on the show. Mr. Jain, good afternoon. Thank you so much for speaking with us. How critical are the revelations which are made by by Javed Mattoo, keeping in mind that he's a Hizbul terrorist with dreaded links? There were important recoveries that the Delhi police had made from him. Now, whatever revelations Mattoo makes before the police authorities are going to be crucial for them to crack down on the wider nexus.
Yes, there has to be a wider net. An entire group has to be booked, and only then the links will be over. Jammu and Kashmir has become quite normal, but even now there are certain strikes by terrorists, by ISI-sponsored groups, and as I'm told that this fellow was planning to commit some blast in J&K on 26 January. So naturally, some people are still trying to destabilize J&K, and they are not at all happy with the situation improving on ground in J&K, including public support for the government. for LG and for forces.
Mr.
So this was a
SP,
very important catch,
yeah.
and naturally interrogation things.
Absolutely, sir. Can I please request you to stay with us on the broadcast? Mr. SP Vaid, who is the former DGP of Jammu and Kashmir, is also with us on this show. Sir, especially in the Jammu area, we have seen in the Poonch sector, in the Rajouri area, there are terror attacks whose intensity has only gone up. Lashkar, Jaish, these are the organizations which have been touted to be the organizations which are, giving further impetus to these terrorist activities. The government has been very concerned. The casualties that have happened on the Indian side. The kind of details Mattoo spells out to the Delhi Police Special Cell, how critical and crucial they would be, sir.
See, 26th January, which is approaching, is an important day for India, and it's an eyesore for country like Pakistan. They have no republic, they have no democracy. So, 26th January, they generally plan attacks. I have been watching for last 30 years, but last many years they have not succeeded. But if you see the trend after abrogation of Article 370, how things have completely turned and the situation has improved in the valley. And now the ISI is trying, the way last 1.5 year, ISI is trying to disturb Rajouri Poonch of Jammu region. And I'm not surprised that there's a plan for some big major action on 26th January, which whether they succeed is or not, that only time will tell, because Indian agencies, intelligence agencies and security forces are very, very alert, and I don't think their nefarious designs will succeed. But 26th January is a landmark day, and it's an eyesore to Pakistan, and we have been watching it for many years.
Absolutely. Mr. Vaid and Mr. Jain, thank you, gentlemen, for joining us on the broadcast and getting us all that perspective. Anshul Jain, my colleague, getting us that exclusive information.